Some Clippers bristled at Kawhi missing games, being late for flights. The Los Angeles Clippers are built around Kawhi Leonard, and there's little doubt he holds plenty of power in the organization. After all, the team gave up a ton of assets to trade for Paul George last offseason as a way to entice Leonard to sign with them in free agency. But some players may feel as though Leonard took advantage of his clout, with Jovan, Buha and Vardon of The Athletic reporting it ruffled the feathers of some teammates because of the preferential treatment showed to him from top to bottom. Per that report, players like Patrick Beverley, Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams Lippers bedrocks before the arrival of Leonard and George bristled when Leonard was permitted to take games off to manage his body and to live in San Diego, which often led to him being late for team flights, league sources said. The team also allowed Leonard to dictate to Doc Rivers when he could be pulled from games, among other things. Tyronn Lue was on Rivers' bench for all of this, but the Clippers were Rivers' show. Leonard wasn't alone in reportedly earning the ire of his teammates. Shams Charania of The Athletic and Stadium also reported in September that a number of Clippers had verbal spats with George throughout the postseason, citing in their exchanges a lack of accountability from him. Charania added, in the post-game locker room Tuesday night, George was preaching to teammates to remain committed, for all the players to return to the team this offseason and stay ready to make another run. It was met by some eye rolls and bewilderment, sources said, because George did not back up his words with action in the series and the team has multiple free agents with decisions to make. The team hired Lue to be its next head coach on Thursday, and Leonard and George were consulted on the team's candidates for the position. Per Buha and Vardon's report, neither player wanted the final say on the decision, but both offered to share their input, if the Clippers saw it necessary. Ultimately, both players told the Clippers that they trusted the front office and were on board with Lue's hiring, believing he matches the criteria of what the team needs moving forward. Lue may usher in a needed culture shift going forward. The Clippers unquestionably underachieved this past season, failing to reach the Western Conference Finals despite being the trendy pick to win the NBA Finals this season. Rivers took the hit for that failure. But Rivers also found himself between two very distinct eras and cultures of Clippers basketball. 2 seasons ago, the Clippers team were a scrappy, team-first bunch that made the postseason without an established superstar. A large core of that group, namely Beverley, Williams and Harrell, returned this season,